All right, some breaking news coming in. The first statement issued by the former Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, her statement on the arrest of a Hindu priest in Bangladesh. Remember, Sheikh Hasina has been given asylum in India and has now said that a lawyer killed in Chittagong strongly protest against this murder. Those involved in this murder must be found and punished quickly. Human rights have been violated in the incident. The unconstitutional power-occupying Yunus government fails to punish terrorists, that he will also face punishment for human rights violations. I appeal to countrymen, let us all stand together. So a lot of statements being made by the Bangladesh Awami League and Sheikh Hasina making these statements on their behalf. So these are now statements which have also emerged directly referring to the incident of the priest who is in the custody of the Bangladesh administration. So let's get a few more details of this. In fact, she's been talking about several issues about violence in Bangladesh and also a statement in support of the Hindu priest Chinmoy Das. My colleague Ghazali joins us for more on this. Ghazali, what are you getting?
See, Sheikh Hasina has, her party, Awami League, has been issuing these statements on her behalf, and Sheikh Hasina has called for the release of the Hindu priest who was arrested just a couple of days ago. And this is not the one isolated incident she's talking about. She's also talking about that who is creating all this chaos. The party lead, the Awami League, has been sharing videos on her behalf of the chaos in Bangladesh. And she has used strong words that how the government has not been able to control the situation there and why this Hindu priest has been arrested. And it seems like the issue has been blown out of proportion to divert the attention from the failure of the government there.
In fact, there's another key part of the statement. I'm going to read it out. A top leader of the Sanatan religious community has been unjustly arrested. He must be released immediately. This is a reference to the priest who's affiliated or a worshipper of or a part of the ISKCON movement, as it were, not fully part of ISKCON as I understand it. A temple has been burnt in Chittagong. Previous mosques, shrines, churches, monasteries and homes of the Ahmadiyya community were attacked, vandalized and looted and set on fire. Religious freedom and security of life and property of people of all communities should be ensured. Now, this is very important, Ghazali, because it comes at a time when Bangladesh is in a real crisis. Now, Sheikh Hasina has always been a friend of India. But the fact that she's making statements sitting over here in India about the situation in Bangladesh might, in fact, result in tensions in Bangladesh going up because there is a massive anti-India sentiment in Bangladesh presently, right?
Two things. If you remember, Muhammad Yunus issued a statement just a couple of days ago that how Sheikh Hasina is sitting in India and doing politics from there, and the Bangladesh's interim government led by him are very much trying for her extradition and have been filing cases against her in the ICC. Now, this statement, as you rightly pointed out, will give a lot of ammunition to Mr. Yunus and his government, who feel that it is India behind all this disturbance there, which the Indian government or the External Affairs Ministry have categorically denied with all the evidences which are coming from there, that whether it's the arrest of the Hindu priests or the attacks on the places of worship there, it is not the doing of India, but it's certainly the internal crisis which Mr. Yunus has not been able to control. And not just Mr. Yunus, but his supporters, be it the BNP or the Jamaat Islami or the other religious groups who are marching on the streets of Dhaka, raising slogans, raising provocative slogans. It is very much like a situation where the government is not in control of what is happening on the streets, and that has endangered the lives of the minorities there. And now with Sheikh Hasina also raising it, it will certainly give that impression that perhaps sitting here in India, she is trying to foment trouble while she is only appealing the government of Bangladesh to address the issue and not sort of allow the persecution of minorities there by any excuse.